Encounter in Australian riverbed. I got told that this might fit here, and if it does not, feel free to remove it. I'm writing this in the year 2017. When I was young, I lived in a quite small town in Queensland, Australia. The whole town was surrounded by bush in every direction for hundreds of kilometers, and we had so much room to play. This particular story is about the first time that we got drunk. In the winter, the level of water would drop significantly, enough for us to camp in the riverbed. My best mate's parents owned a pub at the time, so we were in charge of getting the drinks for a little camping trip that we had planned so we could finally pop our drunk cherry. The place we had in mind was out near an old indigenous settlement where a few creepy things have happened to us over time. So, we made our way down into the riverbank, which was low on the side we came in and really high on the other side. You couldn't see on the other side through all of the trees on the top, and it was kind of unnerving knowing someone could be up there watching and you wouldn't know. There are about 7 of us kids in the camp, and our parents have no idea where we are or what we are doing. We lied, and we said that we were staying at our friend's place. We set up our camp, and we built a little shelter for all of us to sleep under. We are all set up, and we start drinking as the sun is setting. Soon it's dark, and we are in full swing mixing drinks and singing songs and throwing stuff in the water, and generally making a whole heap of noise. As we are starting to wind down, one of my friends says that he saw something move at the top of the riverbank on the steep side. We all say that he's full of shit and that he should calm down, but he's adamant that there is someone up there, so we all start calling out, "Hey, come on, you pussy!" and other such things. Being brave well beyond our years. To our surprise, a bearded man wearing straggly clothes and no shoes comes out of the tree line, stands on the edge of the bank, and just stares at us. We all go silent waiting for him to do something, but for about 5 minutes he just stands there and then he retreats back into the tree line. We all talk amongst ourselves and get a bit nervous, but we soon forget it. About an hour later, the guy is back, but he isn't on the bank anymore. He's coming out of the shadows from the other side of the bank and entering our camp. He comes over and stands next to the fire. He just joins our group of 12-year-old kids and stands there. We are all officially a bit scared and don't really know what to do, so we just sit there in silence. Eventually, one of my friends gets up the courage to speak to him and says to him, "Hey, good day, mate. How are you? Are you okay?" The guy just stares at my friend and then starts staring at each of us in turn for a little bit of time spent on each of us. My friend tries again. "Hey, are you okay? What's your name?" The man snaps his head back at my friend and stares at him wide-eyed for at least 2 minutes before answering. Without blinking, he says in a raspy whisper, "That's none of your fucking business!" And then he hisses like a cat. Then this guy just jumps back screaming and staring at the fire like it has just appeared and runs off up the steep bank in record time. It was impossible to get up this thing So we all stand there speechless. We decide that it's best if we just stroke the fire up because it's about 39-kilometer walk in the pitch black back to town, and we weren't very confident on that. So, stroke the fire we did. We sat up for as long as we could keep watch, not really talking a lot amongst ourselves. We all eventually dozed off one by one. When we woke up in the morning, everything was gone. All of our alcohol, all our bags, all of our shoes, and all of our blankets. Everything. The creepy thing was that none of us awoke as someone rubbed us blind and there was not a single footprint. We were sleeping in wettish sand, so there should have been footprints everywhere. But now, there were none. It looked like we hadn't even been there. Needless to say, we bailed and ran most of the way back to town. Our feet were all cut up and messy by the time we got back. We never told our parents about our camping trip, and I think we never will. If you want me to keep adding my stories of my hometown, I can. Scary stuff of my life happened there.